Hello, everybody. Gage says it's empty. Let's go see what's in the fridge today. Hey everybody, thanks for stopping by Gregsbeerreviews today. This beer comes from 11 Below Brewing, and those guys out of Houston, Texas. This is their 7-iron session ale. I'm not a big fan of these session beers, so don't buy them. But they're great if you're looking for a nice lawnmower beer or something that has a low ABV that you could come in from working out in the yard or whatever you're doing and have one, maybe two, and go back to what you were doing. Usually they're less than 5% to be considered a session ale. This one comes in at 4.5%. And most of them don't have a lot of taste for me, but a lot of people love these. They like drinking these. But like I said, they just don't have enough taste for me. And I have been surprised by several of them that I have had, and they seem to be very tasty. But not typical something would be on my shopping list. Brandon sent this to me, Brandon C. down in Texas, so he spent his hard-earned money on it, and we're going to review it. So let's see where it ends up. IBUs, it says here, are 12. I don't think it's written on the can. It may be. Yes, it says here it's 4.5 and 13 IBUs, so they have the IBUs wrong. Imagine that. Imagine that. And on the bottom of it, it's got 9, 16, 16. 10, 11, 12. Not quite 3 months old. I probably kept it a little longer than I should have. Another reason why I'm digging all this stuff out of the fridge and getting to all these low ABV beers and pales and IPAs and double IPAs that I've had for a little while longer than I should have. I apologize to all you guys at Brandon and Rico that have sent me these lower ABV beers, and Michael, that I haven't got to them, but I had an overrun over when I hurt my knees. I guess everybody felt sorry for me, and I appreciate the sympathy, and they all sent me beer to review. So within a 2-week span, I got like 3 or 4 beer mail packages, and it a little bit overwhelmed me, but we got them all into the fridge, and like some of them got pushed back, and we had some stouts and stuff there and heavier beers put in front of them. So I went through and I dug all those out, and we're getting to those now. So I do apologize to everybody that sent me some of these lower ABV beers and IPAs and double IPAs that I haven't got to. I'm pedaling as fast as I can right now. So let's see what this one brings to the table. Commercial description says 7-iron doesn't necessarily fit a certain style, but we like to think of it as a hybrid between a blonde and a pale ale. Less bitter than a pale, but with all the mad smell that you demand in your life. On hot days at work or play, this is the beer you go to when you need out of the rut. Clean, neutral fermentation profiles allows Vienna malts and mosaic hops to shine through. The distinct berry/citrus character of mosaic is present but reserved. Combined with a lower alcohol content, this beer is flavorful, refreshing, and supremely sessionable. Very nice. Very well said, too, on top of that. Well, I'll get the cap, or the top, whatever you want to call this little tab. I'll tell you the cuisine is Italian and Middle Eastern for this. Cheeses are peppery, Monterey, pepper jack, sharp, blue. Says the meat is fish on this. Glassware is a pint. Becker 9 tumbler mug, signed side down, and not recommended for extended sourings. So I'm hoping I've not kept this beer too long. It's not 3 months old yet, but we're getting damn close. So nice finger of head. It is a light golden color, It's got a slight chill haze on it. It's not perfectly clear, but I can see the light through it a little bit. Let's get a nose on it. A hint of some citrusy hops there. Very light. I'm not getting any alcohol, of course, with that ABV being that low. Maybe a hint of some tangerine. It's not a big West Coast style or any of that thing, but like I said, probably a good session beer or a nice lawnmower beer. So let's dive in. First beer of the day. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, Brandon. More of a herbal floral hop to me, guys. If you were going from the macros and wanted something with a little more taste, this would probably be it. You could jump right over into that and not be too bitter or too much hop presence. This is going to blow your palate away. This would be a good one for the Bud, Miller Coors drinkers to jump over and to try something. It's made with more quality ingredients than what those guys are using for their beers. And it doesn't have the bite that a Budweiser or a Miller or anything has. So very well made. But just don't have that big hop taste that I'm used to in most of the beers that I drink. But I'm going to be honest with you guys. I mean, it's a very tasty beer. It's a nice session ale. So let's right out of the fridge. Let's let it warm up. Let her have some, and we'll come back and do the final chug. All right, guys, I'm back. Got just a tad left here. Just like I said earlier, it's a decent beer. It's a well-made beer, but not into the A category as far as I'm concerned. That's a low ABV session beer, something you can have while you're working or coming in from working in the yard or whatever, and drink something that's not going to knock you down. So in that aspect, it's a decent beer. But like I said, not to the A category as far as I'm concerned. So we'll do the final chug here. Something just got just a little more alcohol than Kool-Aid. And that's the way I look at these guys. I take it with a grain of salt. I do appreciate Brandon picking it up, spending his money on it, sending it to me. But these beers typically, usually, majority of the time, do not blow me away. They use such a light amount of malt and hops in those beers to get them at the low ABV session style that it just doesn't have enough taste for me. So, but like I said, I do think it's well-made beer, but it's not an A beer. I'm going to give this a B. It does have the ABV on it, got the IBUs on it, and it's got a date on the bottom of the can. So it's got all three things that we need to purchase a nice craft beer. But like I said, it's a B beer to me. If it had a little more taste, I might even go up to the B plus category. And like I said, I apologize. Maybe when they first put this in the can in September, it had a little more taste. But it's not a malt bomb or anything like that right now. So I'm not sure it would have been any better. Probably so, but I'm giving it the benefit of the doubt. It may have got a B plus, but we're going to put it in the B range. I'm going to put it right down the middle, guys, 85. And over to Beer Advocate, they say nothing. Their lips are sealed. They don't have anything to say. And over to Rate Beer, they say nothing. Their lips are sealed. So not enough people have commented or left ratings on this beer for them to pass that along. So I really don't know how big 11 Below Brewing is. I have had some of their stuff before. I think Brandon has sent me some of their stuff before. So I don't know what the distribution is out of Houston, Texas, how far out they go. So, but they are doing it right. They are giving us all the information. So, thumbs up to those guys for that. And for our final check-in, we'll step over to Untappd, and Untappd has it at 3.47, which is a B. And that's exactly where I'm going with it. It's a B beer, decent beer, above average beer, but nothing outstanding. So, if you've had this one from 11 Below Brewing, this is their Golden Ale / Blonde Ale. 7 iron is what they're calling it. So maybe it's a good golfing beer. I think they got a golf cart on the front. Yeah. So maybe it's something you'd want to pick up and take out on the golf course and be able to drink a 6-pack of these and still be able to swing and hit the ball. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. All right, guys, if you've had it, let me know what you think. Come on back tomorrow. Let's go dig something tasty out of the fridge. See everybody then.